That is Mpete Dam. Mpete Dam is located in Oliphant's Hoek, 10 kilometers away from Rustenburg, towards Magaliesberg, towards Krugersdorp. As you can see here, let me start first and foremost with mountains that you can see them here. I have already conducted a spiritual findings on these mountains. These mountains are occupied by Mnguni spirit. These mountains are occupied by Mnguni spirit. You can see them. They are half naked. They are not fully covered. So these mountains are the home of Mnguni spirit. Right. Now, let's focus on the dam itself. I had already conducted a spiritual finding on this dam as well. This dam, it is occupied by mermaids. There are quite a number of mermaids that are living in this dam. Some of them are not yet under spiritual contracts, and then some of them are already under spiritual contracts. Mermaid is one of the type of water serpents out of 6 types of water serpents that we have. This type of water serpents, mermaid, are the ones that like to connect with human beings. They like to have a spiritual contract with human beings for the purpose of doing business. There are people that have a spiritual contract with mermaid in order to have some kind of supernatural powers of making money, especially when you're running business or in any kind of a career that you might be in. Once you are spiritually contracted with a mermaid, they give you some kind of supernatural powers in whatever you'll be doing for living. But the conditions is that they will be having a sexual intercourse with you. They will be having a sexual intercourse with you. That is part of a condition, a spiritual contract condition, by having a sexual intercourse with a human being. And what I can tell you about this type of water serpent mermaids, we've got 2 different types so far. 2 different types of mermaids that I would like to talk about. The black and white mermaids. Like here, I only saw the white mermaids. In Groot Mariko, near Zeerust, Groot Mariko is between Zeerust and Sottergens, here in Northwest Province. That is where you'll find the black and white mermaids. So the black mermaids, they don't really like to do a business, a spiritual contract with human being. They do like they give human beings powers on their spiritual side. For example, if you are a traditional healer, they will give you power on that department. If you are a prophet, they will give you a lot of power to be a very powerful prophet. And then the white mermaids, they more focusing on business, on careers, to increase people's careers, to increase people's businesses. That is how that is the difference between black and white mermaids. And again, there are some conditions that you have to adhere beside the condition of sleeping with a mermaid. Each and every contract, it has its own specific conditions. But what I know is that the condition of sleeping with a mermaid, that one, it comes naturally. And then it will then depend on the mermaid or merman that will be having a contract with. How is they designing the conditions? Some conditions have the bad endings, or I would say a lot of them, they having bad endings, especially if you're not adhering to the strict conditions of the contract. Next time, I will make another lesson about another type of water serpent. I think I tried in this lesson, I tried to explain a lot of things about the mermaid together with their spiritual contract with human beings. I think I will then end my lesson here, but you need to be very careful. You need to be very careful. Don't just jump into a decision of making contract with a mermaid. And again, before forgetting, they're not just entering into a spiritual contract with anyone. They select. They will approach you. Like I had an interview with a man who's been working here. He's a security personnel here at Mpete Dam since 2009. I had a brief interview with him, and then he explained that one time, it was on Sunday evening around 9 p.m. He was coming from the filling station, which is about 500 meters from here. Immediately when he get inside here, he's got a caravan where he's sleeping, and then he heard a very loud voice sort of calling him, but he couldn't understand what was the meaning of that, because he is not spiritually intelligent. So instead, he ran away because he thought maybe the water serpent want to attack him, without knowing that it was an invitation. It was an invitation from a water serpent to start making a spiritual contract to him. So he was very scared and he quickly ran into his caravan. If he was spiritual, intelligent, and willing to enter into a spiritual contract with that mermaid, he could have replied by saying, "You are welcome, you are welcome, you are welcome." Then the mermaid, obviously, it was going to come to him as a human being. Like he's a man, obviously the mermaid was going to come out of water. He was going to see a very beautiful woman who he will start talking with her, and obviously because the caravan is just about 50 meters away from the dam, and he's sleeping in that caravan. Obviously the mermaid was going to go with him inside the caravan and start making love. That was the beginning of a spiritual contract that he could have entered with the mermaid. So unfortunately, he couldn't understand this, and then he ran away into his caravan. Yeah. So this kind of water serpent, or let me say, all types of water serpents, they don't just go into spiritual contact with anyone. They choose you. They choose you. So many people, they come here, spend their time thinking that the mermaid will come and then have a spiritual contact with them. No, it doesn't work like that. If they choose you, then they will approach you in many ways to have a spiritual contract with you. I will end my lesson here, and next time, like I indicated earlier, I will run another lesson about another type of a water serpent and how they operate. I thank you very much. Have a good time.